This is just Laury from paperthreads.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use melted crayons to decorate one of these little die cuts and to work with a little bit more detail than just sweeping strokes. I'm using a clover iron. I'm keeping it clean with paper towels because if I don't, it will smoke and then it's not too pleasant. These are the colors I'm using. I probably should have done that on white, but I just got an idea of which colors that I wanted to work with. So, let's get started. Okay, the crayon, once it's melted, acts a lot like ink. Let's move this over here. So, the paper is going to accept it like an ink, which means that it's going to really flow pretty quick. So I think I'm going to use this crayon here. So all I'm going to do is just touch it just a little bit to have it puddle up, and then I'm just going to sweep it around here. Just touch it. I'm going to keep my crayon away from my work area because if I don't, what will happen is it will drip. Now, you'll notice that currently I have my iron on hot. I think on high, I'm going to lower it down to medium. I wanted to heat it up rather fast, so I don't want it to smoke quite as much. So, just follow along, or not. Pulling it and then tilting it down so that it just runs off the tip is really the trick. And of course, cleaning the iron off pretty regularly so that it doesn't smoke too terribly much. I'll go with a different color for these little guys. Pulling it now. One thing you're going to notice is that the die cut is warping slightly. And like paper, when you get paper wet, it does warp, and the crayons are no exception to that. Okay, let's choose a blue for some of the scroll work. Accidents happen, but quite frankly, this is not a perfect science. So, if you want things to be perfect, try something else. You notice I cut back on the edges of all my other crayons. I didn't on this one. I probably should have. Now underneath this, my workplace is a silicone mat and a portable ironing pad that I used a long time ago for quilting. Let's finish off with maybe a little bit of green. Get these others out of the way. Careful when you clean off your iron. If you don't have enough protection between you and the iron, you will burn yourself, and it is hot. Okay. Also, getting wax off your mat is not necessarily the most pleasant thing to do, so try to keep it on a piece of paper. If you do get wax on your silicone mat, then it will come off if you just run the iron over the top of it. Now I'm just going to do a little blending here. And that pretty much is it. A little red down on that corner. I think I like that. Let's add a little bit more red onto these little guys. Actually, that was more of the brown, wasn't it? Something else I've noticed, that the first color you lay down with these is the color that pretty much stays in the paper the most. You can add more layers on these, but what you'll find is that you still end up with that bottom layer. And I could add probably a little bit of shading. Deepen this area here. When I get done with this, I'm going to have to press it because of the warping. That's okay. Tilt it so that the wax flows. Okay, I think that's it. Let's take a look with it. First I'm going to clean off my iron so that it will stop smoking. A little stand here. By the way, if you decide to have your iron, I'm going to turn it off now too. It will take a while to cool off. Be aware that it does take a while to cool off, and if you put anything underneath it or near it, it will burn. I managed to put a hole in my air compressor hose, air hose, yesterday. Not cool. Okay, there's the little die cut, a little bit more detail. Now, to shine this up, you would shine it with a paper towel. With these little die cuts, be real careful on that. But you'll notice that you'll get a little bit of sheen going on. Just a little bit. That's all. This is just Laury from paperthreads.com. Hoping you enjoyed the video and are inspired to try something new or something old with a different touch. Take care.